Hello everyone, welcome to my vlog. I'm Za and we are here in Canada. So and the name itself, the name of my vlog is Za Canada. So in English translation, that is in Canada, and I'm here to share my experiences here in Canada. And yun. So simulan natin. Alright, so nandito nga pala ako sa Grouse Mountain, and this is one of the famous destinations here in Vancouver. So dun pa siya, nandito pa lang ako sa sa baba kung saan sumasakay yung mga tao papunta dun sa pinakataas ng bundok. And syempre dun sila nag-snowboarding, nag-ski, which is something that I would like to try soon. So, nandito ako ngayon kasi nandito nagtatrabaho si Kurt, yung asawa ko. Dito siya nagtatrabaho. And, mamaya pa yung out niya. Anong oras pa lang ngayon? Alas 2 pa lang. First time pumunta rito. So, inagahan ko, alas 2 pa lang dito. Inagahan ko ng 1 hour before ng out niya na 3 PM kasi gusto ko siya ma-explore. Gusto ko at least ma-enjoy muna yung baba bago muna umakyat dun sa taas. Besides, may fear of heights ako. So, this is one way para may strengthen yung loob ko. Kasi sobrang takot ako sa matataas na lugar. Gaya niyan. Kasi sasakay dyan. Sasakay muna dyan. Tawag nila dyan, gondola. Which is kaka-open lang yata last week. And meron pang isa yung mas malaki. Ay, hindi ko alam kung anong tawag dyan. Yan, I'm not sure nakikita sa background yan. Para siyang small bus. Ito naman parang kumbaga parang tricycle lang. Pero hindi, marami ring nakakasakay. Siguro dito sa gondola, look, yan. Sa gondola, siguro mga 6, maximum of 6 persons na nakakasakay sa loob, while yung isa, as you can see, medyo mas malaki-laki siya. Ayan, medyo mas malaki-laki siya, so mga nakakasakay siguro 20 or more, siguro depende sa laki. Once again, I haven't tried it. I am going to probably share it on my next vlog, your experience ko. I decided to start my vlog again kasi nga I have been seeing na up until now there are a lot of people who would like to come here in Canada. So gusto ko lang mag-share siguro on what are the things that I have learned so far staying here for a year or for more than a year or so here in Canada. Siguro makakapag-share ako ng sarili kong experience. By the way, I'm an early childhood educator here in Canada. Nagtuturo ako ng mga sa maliliit na bata. So pag sinabing maliliit na bata, like from 1 year and from 1 year old and above. So, pero yung experience ko so far is only from 1 to 3 years old. In this vlog, we are going to focus on what are the things that you need to do first before you start exploring Canada or before you start applying here in Canada. Yan, umuulan na naman. Okay? So, let's go. I have an acronym for you. Maybe this is something that you would really be able to use so that you can start up, so that mas madali siyang tandaan para sa akin kasi ito yung ginawa ko, ito yung effective na steps na ginawa ko. Bakit ako nakarating sa Canada? So bakit siya effective? Kasi I don't have any relatives here. I don't have any relatives here in Canada. I don't have I may have friends here in Canada. However, hindi ko sila masyadong nagamit kasi nga iba yung field nila. So pupunta tayo dyan. Okay? Let's go with the steps, or what are the basic strategies or methods that I use in order for me to land a job here in Canada. And now, nandito na tayo sa Starbucks. Sobrang lamig na sa labas. So I just decided dito na lang ituloy yung vlog ko kasi nga nakalimutan ko dalhin yung gloves ko. Nanginginig na yung kamay ko. By the way, lamigin din pala ako. Aside from my fear of heights, lamigin din ako. So medyo naninigas na yung kamay ko sa labas. So, sobrang lamig. Anyway, let's go back to what we were talking about earlier. Na what are my proven methods na ginamit ko in order for me to land a job here in Canada. So I decided to use the word pray. So as in magdasal, pray, and let's use that. Why pray? So I use the word pray because these are the most effective method or strategies that I used. Once again, in order for me to land work here in Canada. So let's go with the first letter of pray. P. P stands for prepare. So what are the things that you need to prepare? Sorry, I got distracted kasi may mga tao sa likod. Yan. Nakikita niyo ba? Yan. Okay. So P stands for prepare. What are the things that you need to prepare? Of course, you'll have to prepare all the things that is relevant para makapag-apply kayo sa Canada. So ano ba yung mga relevant things? Transcript of records, your work experience. Make sure na yung work experience nyo is relevant dun sa ina-applyan yung trabaho. Your resume. You also have to prepare your resume. You also need to prepare by the way, just going back to the resume, make sure na when you prepare your resume, it is tailored dun sa ina-applyan yung trabaho. Hindi lang siya pwedeng basta send lang ng send. So make sure na halimbawa kung ina-applyan nyo is in food industry, to make sure that yung resume nyo is relevant. May nakalagay doon na experience na kaya nyo. I'm sure sa mga Pilipino naman lagi natin sinasabi na kahit anong trabaho lang pwede na sa atin. But dito sa Canada, hindi pwedeng kahit anong trabaho kasi they look at the experience. Kasi dito, pag sinabing trabaho. So, hindi pwedeng tatamad-tamad kasi they have to make sure na sulit yung binabayad niya sa inyo, which is another story. Well, anyway, let's go back to our previous topic, or to our current topic. Now you will have to prepare. So resume. What else do you need to prepare? So we went through the resume. We went through your work experience and your relevant documents like your transcript of records, your diploma, your certificate, relevant certificate. Okay? What else do you have to prepare? Aside from these tangible items that we can hold or that we can actually prepare or that we can write, syempre, you have to make sure that you are ready mentally and physically. So mentally, why mentally? Because I have been seeing a lot of people, nakarating nga sila rito sa Canada, pero they are missing their families back home. So sometimes there are people na hindi nila kayang mawalay sa mga mahal nila sa buhay. Especially ngayon, medyo mahigpit na, kung sino lang yung primary applicant, siya lang yung makakapunta muna dito sa Canada. So please make sure that you are ready mentally. So bawal muna ma-homesick. So sacrifice muna pagdating sa mga bagay-bagay dito. And physically, bakit physically? There are moments dito na kahit hindi mo trabaho, kailangan mo siyang gawin. So especially sa food industry, I have been seeing report na supervisor sila dumating dito. Kahit supervisor sila dumating dito, hindi yung kagaya ng Pilipinas na kapag supervisor ka, tiga-utos ka lang. Again, hindi ko alam dahil that's not my field. But as far as I know, that's what's happening in the Philippines. So, or maybe other part of the world too, na kapag supervisor ka lang talaga. Yun lang talaga yung gagawin mo. Here in Canada, no. If you're a supervisor, you also need to do everything. You also have to make sure that you're physically fit to do everything, whatever the boss tells you to do. Okay? So, that's the first one. You have to prepare. Alright. Yan, kumakain naman ako. Kasi lumalamig na siya. Ito. Alright. Let's go through the second acronym. Or the second letter. So the second one is you have to make a research. Research. Ito napaka-importante nito. So actually lahat naman importante, pero this is one of the most important parts of the of steps on how you land here at work in Canada. Bakit research? Hindi lang kasi dapat tayo nagsasabi ng how po. Lagi ko yung nakikita sa mga nag-a-apply dito sa Canada. May nag-post ng job, pero nandun na lahat ng description, pero magtatanong pa rin how po. So that's why you have to go back. You have to research. Why research? Kasi hindi lahat ng trabaho na nakikita mo sa Facebook o nakikita natin sa job bank, nakikita natin sa Indeed, sa Monster o kung saan pa ay para sa atin o para sa iyo. Kasi let's go back to our previous acronym or to our previous letter. Dapat may relevant experience ka. Another R, diba? So, relevant, research, and aside from that, read. So, let's focus on research. So, make sure na, halimbawa, there are, i-research ko. Nakalimutan ko kung how many provinces here in Canada. Pero there are a lot of provinces here in Canada. So bawat isang province may iba't ibang regulations when it comes to each job, especially sa mga regulated professions. My profession itself is a regulated profession. Ano ba ibig sabihin na regulated? Pag sinabing regulated, ibig sabihin hindi ka basta-basta matatanggap na isang employer unless may certificate ka na galing mismo sa Canada. So, sa mga nagtatanong, teacher naman po ako sa Pilipinas. Bakit nag-a-apply po ako ng trabaho? Dito sa Canada, let passer naman po ako. Matagal na po yung experience ko as a teacher in Canada. Bakit hindi po ako matanggap-tanggap? Once again, teacher is a regulated profession here in Canada. You need to get a license here in Canada or in the province itself bago ka pa matanggap or ma-interview ng isang employer. So, hindi siya basta-basta. So we have to make a research. So each province has its own regulation or has its own regulation para makakuha ka ng lisensya. And just to share my own experience, na I've been trying to apply as a teacher back in 2019. 2019, and yun, talagang pasa lang ako ng pasa ng mga resume and cover letter sa mga employers. And hindi ko naisip at the time, hindi ako masyadong nagbasa o nag-research na yun pala yung pagkakamali ko, kaya hindi pala ako matanggap. So when I realized that back in 2021, that's when I started applying sa mga jobs here. So that was in 2021. I got my certificate successfully. However, medyo active pa yung COVID noon. So I stopped applying. So I thought maybe hindi talaga para sa akin yung Canada kasi bigla nag-COVID. And back in 2022, again, na-realize ko na naman na buhayin ko kaya yung pangarap ko para makapag-Canada. Which is luckily, someone hired me, and then now I'm here. So research, read, and wag lang tayong magtanong na pwede po ba ako dyan, kasi nga yung mga taong nandito na sa Canada, hindi lang sila basta-basta nakapag-land dito ng job ng basta-basta na lang, which means that they made a research, they read, and they have relevant experiences. Yan na, puro R na yan. So, pumunta naman tayo sa pangatlo. Okay, so now, let's go to our third letter. A stands for ask questions. So, as I mentioned earlier, hindi naman, I do not recommend you to just ask how. I have been saying how without even reading anything. So before you ask questions, make sure na lahat na-explore nyo na, na-research nyo na, at kung hindi pa rin siya available online, then ask questions. To whom you should ask questions? As much as possible, ask questions to those people who are already here in Canada, who can prove that they are here in Canada, and immigration consultants and immigration lawyer, registered, which means na yung talagang RCIC. Sino ba 'tong mga RCIC? Which means na sila yung mga may alam when it comes to immigration and everything. Kasi ang dami nang scammer ngayon. So normally, you'll ask questions and they'll just tell you that you go ahead and apply, but you have to pay this and that. So as much as possible, huwag tayong maniniwala agad. So when you ask questions, ask relevant questions, and make sure na before you start to pay anybody, kahit nasa Canada pa yan or kahit RCIC pa yan, make sure that you have asked all of the questions that you need. Kasi hindi natin alam. Minsan kahit regulated pa yan, ang sasabihin nila, yeah, we can, you'd probably will be able to get you a job in less than 6 months. Pero sa nangyayari ngayon dito sa Canada, with the latest updates here, medyo marami nangyayari. Hindi siya medyo possible. So again, ask questions. Napaka-importante ang pag-a-ask ng question. Pero syempre, huwag tayo makulit. Kapag naas na natin, yun na yun. Ibig sabihin, yun na yung ano. Or if you would like to verify an information, so if you want, kasi yun ang ginagawa ko eh. Sigurista kasi akong tao. When I ask a person, or when I ask ang isang tao, kapag nag-ask ako ng isang tao, I'm going to ask another person to verify if kung yung sinabi ng isa ay tama. Kung tama yun, ibig sabihin that's true. Or 2 or 3 persons. Sigurista akong tao. And before I pay, or before we paid our immigration consultant at that time, I made tons of research. Nag-send ako ng email. There are a lot of email conversation bago pa ako nagbayad. Okay? Pero importante, ask questions. Walang masamang magtanong. Okay? Wag mahihiyang magtanong. Okay? So now, we're almost down to the last one, and let's go to the fourth one. And last but not the least, kaya nga pray, yung acronym na ginamit ko, of course, why? You need to pray. Pray. So pray. Pray to our Almighty. Or I'm not here to promote any religion, pero kung sino man ang gusto, kung kanino nyo man gusto magdasal, just pray na darating din yung araw na makakarating kayo dito sa Canada. Hindi ko nga inakala in my years of existence. Tago lang natin yung edad natin, okay? In my years of existence, hindi ko naman alam na makakarating pala ako dito sa Canada. Persistent lang talaga kasi akong tao. When I dream of something, I make sure that I would achieve it no matter what. Kahit ano pa ang mangyari. So, and you need to ask for guidance, of course. You need to ask Him or ask God as His guidance. Kung para sa'yo talaga to. And definitely, kung para talaga sa'yo, gawin mo naman. You also need to do your part. Huwag mo nang iasa lahat sa ano. You need to ask God. You need to pray. You need to you also need to do relevant. You need to do relevant, not relevant. Paulit-ulit ako sa relevant. Pero you need to take action. So, okay. So, once again, let's just go back. So, self-explanatory naman ang pray. Kahit sino pa yan. Well, just to share my experience when it comes to praying. I've made divina. So, nagdivina talaga ako para lang makarating ako dito sa Canada. And I asked for a lot of signs. And I'm thankful that all the signs that I asked for was given to me. Yan, hanggang ngayon nagpapasalamat pa rin ako kasi nga, nandito na ako. Kasi nga, hindi lang naman para sa akin to, para din sa pamilya ko. Yung parang pamilya ko nandito, at pamilya ko syempre sa Pilipinas. Okay, so once again, let's just go back to our topic. So P for prepare, R for research, A for ask questions, and Y, you need to pray. Okay, and I'm going to end my vlog now. I'll see you again next time. Once again, Za, Canada. Bye.